The transmission came from 70 light-years away. 4 words. Repeating, "Do not come home." The colony ship Prometheus had been silent for 18 years, presumed lost. 1,800 souls, gone. Now this, a warning in Sarah Martinez's own voice. But Sarah Martinez died 6 years ago, back on Earth. The message kept playing, "Do not come home," over and over, from a woman who couldn't possibly be sending it. Commander David Park stood in the comm center at Luna Base, staring at the impossible. "Confirm the voice print," he ordered. "Already did, 3 times. It's her. 99.7% match." "That's impossible." "I know. Sarah Martinez died in the Jakarta incident. We have a body. DNA confirmed." "I know that too, sir." Park's jaw clenched. The room was silent except for the repeating message, "Do not come home." "What's the source location?" "Kepler 442 system. That's where Prometheus was headed." "They made it?" "Looks like it. But sir, there's more." The technician pulled up another feed. "We've been monitoring deep space frequencies since the transmission arrived. We're picking up activity. Lots of it." The screen showed data cascades, hundreds of signals, all alien, all activated within minutes of each other. "It's like something woke up," the tech whispered. Park felt ice in his veins. "The Prometheus, they didn't just find a new world." "No, sir. They found something else." The tech nodded. "And whatever it is, Sarah Martinez is warning us about it." Park made a decision. "Get me Fleet Admiral Chen. Tell her we need to talk about first contact protocols." "Sir, we don't know if this is—" "It is, and we're not ready." He looked at the signals. "Alien. Definitely alien. But we're going anyway." 18 years ago, the Prometheus launched with humanity's best and brightest, scientists, engineers, dreamers. Their mission, establish humanity's first interstellar colony. They had supplies for 20 years, cryopods for the journey, hope for the future. They sent regular transmissions for 3 years, then silence. Complete, total silence. Search and rescue missions were planned, then canceled. Too far, too expensive, too late. The Prometheus became a memorial, a reminder of how dangerous space could be. Families grieved. Earth moved on. Until now. Do not come home. What happened out there? Why was Sarah Martinez's voice coming from a dead woman? And why was the galaxy suddenly paying attention? Park assembled a team, military, scientific, diplomatic, just in case. "We're calling it Operation Homecoming," Admiral Chen announced. "Our mission? Find the Prometheus, bring them home, make contact if necessary." "And if they're hostile?" someone asked. Chen's expression hardened. "Then we find out why our people are warning us away." The mission launched in 48 hours. 3 ships, full military escort, the fastest vessels humanity ever built. Captain Rebecca Stone commanded the lead ship, the Endeavor. She'd lost her sister on the Prometheus. This was personal. "All systems green," her XO reported. "We're ready." Stone looked at the viewport, at the stars beyond. Somewhere out there, answers waited, and possibly threats. "Take us out," she ordered. The journey would take 6 months, even with the new drives. 6 months to reach Kepler 442. 6 months wondering what they'd find. The message played on loop during the entire flight. Do not come home. Stone listened to it every night. Her sister's voice, or someone who sounded exactly like her sister, warning them. But from what? They weren't the only ones watching. 400 light-years away, the Archon Collective received the alert. The humans were moving. toward Kepler 442, toward the quarantine zone. High Archon Velrus felt every one of his 3 hearts skip. When will they arrive? Based on their current velocity, 6 of their months. Impossible. Their technology can't. They've improved significantly since we last assessed them. Velrus pulled up Earth's file. The warning markers covered the entire display. Red, every one. Species, Homo sapiens. Homeworld, Earth, Sol 3. Status, critical quarantine. Enforcement, absolute. Warning class, Omega. He'd read this file 1,000 times. Every Archon had. It was required training. Historical note. First encountered by predecessor civilization circa 47,000 standard cycles ago. Initial contact resulted in redacted. Species marked for permanent isolation. Warning buoys established. All approach vectors mined. Automated defense systems authorized to use lethal force. Biological assessment. Endurance predators. Pack hunters. Persistence specialists. Extreme adaptability. Rapid evolution. Psychological profile indicates territorial aggression, creative problem-solving, emotional volatility, and unprecedented capacity for both compassion and cruelty. Cultural assessment. Fractured but unified under threat. Rapid technological advancement. History of cyclical self-destruction followed by reconstruction. Current civilization, iteration 7, shows concerning stability and outward focus. Threat level, extreme, do not engage. That last part was in 12 languages, updated by 6 different galactic administrations, all saying the same thing: stay away from humans. What do we do? His advisor asked. Velrus stared at the projection, at the human ships, moving so fast, so determined. We do what the predecessors should have done. Which is? We tell them why the quarantine exists. His advisor's skin paled. That's forbidden. The revelation protocols are outdated. The humans are already moving. They found the Prometheus. We don't know that. Why else would they be going to Kepler 442? That's deep in the buffer zone. Velrus pulled up another file. The Prometheus incident. 18 years ago, the human colony ship entered the buffer zone. Automated defense systems activated. The ship was disabled, boarded, crew captured. Standard protocol for quarantine violations. The humans were brought to Station Epsilon 9 for processing. That's when everything went wrong. The station commander decided to interrogate them, to understand why the warnings existed. The humans were cooperative, friendly even. They didn't know about the quarantine, didn't know about galactic civilization. They were just explorers. The commander felt sympathy. That was his first mistake. Within 6 months, half the station crew refused orders to keep the humans imprisoned. Within a year, 3 species stationed on Epsilon 9 began advocating for humanity's release. The humans hadn't fought, hadn't threatened, hadn't done anything except be themselves. And somehow, that was enough. The Archon Collective stepped in, shut down the station, dispersed the crew across the galaxy. The humans were supposed to be terminated, but someone let them go. Someone gave them a ship. Someone told them everything. The investigation never found who, because by then, 20% of the investigation team refused to cooperate. All of them had spent time near the human prisoners. They do something to us, the humans. They infect us, not biologically, psychologically. That's superstition. Is it? Read the reports. Every species that spends extended time with humans starts to see them as allies, friends.
Family. That's not infection. That's called making friends. No, it's deeper than that. The predecessors documented it. They called it the empathy cascade. Velrus pulled up the ancient texts, written in languages dead for millennia, but translated, preserved, feared. Warning: humans possess an unprecedented capacity for social bonding that extends beyond species barriers. They form emotional attachments rapidly and deeply. More dangerous, they inspire reciprocal attachment. Prolonged exposure results in what we term pack bonding. Subjects begin to prioritize human welfare over species loyalty, galactic law, and even personal survival. Case study: the Vorath incident. A Vorath warpack captured 3 human explorers. Standard protocol: immediate execution. The pack commander delayed 72 hours for intelligence gathering. In that time, the humans learned basic Vorath language, shared food, told stories, and demonstrated care for an injured pack member. When execution orders were reissued, 6 of 8 Vorath refused. They died defending the humans. The humans survived and eventually recovered by their own kind.
And the humans still got through, because they don't weaponize empathy. They don't even know they're doing it. It's just who they are. Velrus looked at his advisor. That's why the quarantine exists. Not because humans are violent. We can handle violent. We've fought wars, won and lost. His voice dropped. The quarantine exists because humans are infectious. They make you care. They make you question. They make you willing to die for them. That's terrifying, I know. The Endeavor crossed into the buffer zone 4 months into the journey. Captain Stone felt nothing. No alarms, no warnings. Because the human ship couldn't detect them. Different technology, different physics. They were flying blind through the galaxy's most heavily monitored space, and they had no idea. Approaching Kepler 442 system, the navigator announced, slowing to sublight. Any signs of the Prometheus? Scanning now. Nothing on conventional sensors. Wait. The screen lit up. A signal. Faint, but there. It's the Prometheus, the comm officer said. Definitely their signature. Stone leaned forward. Location? 3rd planet, in orbit. Take us in, slow and careful. The Endeavor moved through the system, past the 1st planet, the 2nd. The 3rd came into view, and everyone on the bridge went silent. The planet was beautiful, blue and green, Earth-like, perfect for colonization. But that's not what made them stare. It was the structures, orbital stations, hundreds of them, not human construction, alien and old, ancient. My God, someone whispered. There, the tactical officer pointed. One station, smaller than the others, human construction, attached to an alien structure like a parasite. That's the Prometheus, Stone breathed. Should we hail them? Stone hesitated. Do not come home. Why would they say that? Passive scans first. I want to know what we're dealing with. The scans revealed life signs. Human, dozens of them. And alien, hundreds. Multiple species, all on the same station. They're not prisoners, the science officer said. The life signs are coexisting, working together, it looks like. That doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense, Captain. Stone made a decision. Hail them. Let's get some answers. The comm channel opened. Static. Then a voice. Not Sarah Martinez. Someone else. Male. Older. Tired. Endeavor, this is Director Chen of the Prometheus colony. You need to leave immediately. Director Chen, this is Captain Stone. We've come to... I know why you came, and I'm telling you it was a mistake. Stone's jaw tightened. Sir, we've been traveling for 6 months. We're not leaving without answers. A long pause. Then, Captain, do you know where you are? Kepler 442, your mission destination. No, you're in a quarantine zone. Earth's quarantine zone. Stone blinked. What?
The galaxy has been isolating Earth for over 40,000 years. You just crossed the perimeter. The bridge went silent. That's impossible. We've been searching for alien life for centuries. There's been nothing. Because they've been hiding from us, actively, deliberately, using technology we can't even detect. Chen's voice was bitter. We're not alone in the universe, Captain. We're prisoners, and we didn't even know it. Stone authorized docking against every protocol, against common sense. She had to know. Director Chen met them in the airlock. He looked old, far older than 18 years should have made him. "Welcome to hell," he said without preamble. He led them through corridors. Human and alien architecture blended, merged. Other beings moved through the station. Aliens, real, actual aliens. The crew stared. "Stop gawking," Chen snapped. "You'll see plenty more." He took them to a chamber, large, circular, filled with data, holographic displays, ancient and new. "When we arrived," Chen began, "we thought we'd found paradise, Earth-like planet, no native sentience, perfect." He pulled up an image, their landing, the colony's first days. Then the station activated, defense systems, automated, captured our ship, brought us here. Another image, the Prometheus crew, younger, frightened, surrounded by alien soldiers. They were going to kill us, standard protocol for quarantine violations, we learned later. "What stopped them?" Stone asked. Chen smiled. It wasn't a happy expression. "We did what humans do. We talked, we shared, we connected." He pulled up more images. Humans and aliens working together, eating together, living together. Within 6 months, half the guards refused to execute us. Within a year, we had allies, friends. The commander let us access the archives, showed us everything. Chen gestured. The displays shifted. Earth, surrounded by warnings. "This is what they think of us, Captain, what they've always thought." Stone read the classifications, the warnings, the fear. "This is insane. We're not monsters." "No, we're worse." Chen pulled up more files. "We're infectious. We make them care. We break their certainties. We question their rules." He looked at Stone. "Do you know what happens when a human spends time with another species? Real time, working together, facing challenges. They become friends? They become family, and they'll die for each other. We've documented it over and over." Chen showed footage, an alien engineer refusing orders to abandon a human colleague during a crisis, a human medic treating alien wounded before human ones, species that had been enemies for centuries working side by side because a human convinced them to try. "The galaxy isn't afraid of our weapons, Captain. They're afraid of this." He gestured at the station, at the community they'd built. "They're afraid we'll do to them what we've done here, unite them, against their rulers, against their systems, against everything they've built over millions of years." Stone felt dizzy. "You're saying the quarantine exists because we're too friendly? Too human? We don't fit their categories. We're violent and peaceful, logical and emotional, selfish and selfless. We're contradictions, and contradictions break systems." A door opened. An alien entered, insectoid, elegant, wearing something that might have been a uniform. "Captain Stone," it said in perfect English, "I am Thess, former commander of Station Epsilon 9, current refugee. Refugee? I am the one who released the Prometheus crew, who showed them the archives, who told them the truth. Thes's mandibles clicked. I am also a traitor to my species, wanted by the Archon Collective, sentenced to dissolution. Why did you do it? Because they asked me to. Thes looked at the humans. You don't demand, you don't threaten, you ask, you please and thank you, you care about the answer. That's just manners. To you, to us, it's revolutionary. Thes pulled up another display. My species has ruled our sector for 40,000 cycles. We are efficient, ordered, strong. We are also lonely. The word hung in the air. Humans taught me loneliness. Before them, I didn't know the word, didn't understand the concept. Thes turned. You made me feel something I'd never felt. Connection, not to my hive, not to my duty, to individuals, to people. That's what you do, Captain Stone. You make people of us all, and the galaxy can't survive that. Stone took it all in. The station, the refugees, the truth. How many species are here? 17, Chen said. All wanted by the collective, all guilty of the same crime, which is helping humans or refusing to harm them. He pulled up personnel files. Hundreds of aliens, all with similar stories, ordered to eliminate humans, refused, defected. We've built something here, Chen said quietly, a real community, multiple species, working together, not through conquest or treaty, through choice. It's exactly what the galaxy fears. Stone looked at her crew. They were listening, processing. What about Sarah Martinez, the message? Chen's expression darkened. Sarah volunteered to go back. Back where? To Earth, through unconventional means. He pulled up a schematic, an alien device, complex, dangerous looking. The station has technology we're still learning, including short-range quantum displacement, one way, fatal to the traveler. Stone's blood went cold. She killed herself to send a message? She transmitted herself, her consciousness, her memories, everything that made her Sarah. The body on Earth? We grew it, using the genetic database from the Prometheus colonists, implanted Sarah's transferred consciousness. Chen's voice broke. She died twice to warn Earth, once here, once there, after delivering the message. Why? Because 3 months ago, the Archon Collective made a decision. They're done waiting, done hoping we'll just die out here. He pulled up the final file. A battle plan. Massive, overwhelming. They're going to sterilize Earth. Complete extinction. They're calling it Operation Final Quarantine. The room went silent. When? Stone whispered. 6 months from now. They're assembling the fleet now. Chen looked at Stone. Sarah died to give Earth time, to warn them, to prepare. Her last words weren't, "Do not come home." That's what your translation matrix interprets.
Captain, we've received something, her comm officer said. From the station. Data dump. Massive. What is it? Everything. Alien technology, ship designs, weapons, galactic politics, history, languages, all of it. Chen's voice came over the channel. Captain Stone, take this home. Give Earth a fighting chance. You're not coming with us? We can't. The moment we enter Sol System, we'll trigger the automated defenses. But you're not flagged yet. You can get through. What will you do? What humans do. We'll improvise. Chen's smile was audible. We've got 17 species here who are really, really angry at the collective. And we've been building ships. Crude ones, but functional. You can't fight the entire galaxy. We don't need to fight the entire galaxy. Just distract them long enough for Earth to prepare. Stone understood. You're buying us time. Sarah bought you 6 months. We'll buy you 6 more. Maybe a year if we're lucky. Chen. Go, Captain. Tell Earth what we found. Tell them who we are, what we can be. Tell them the galaxy was right to be afraid. The channel closed. Stone looked at her crew. Set course for Earth, maximum speed. What about them? Stone looked back at the station, at the patchwork colony of refugees and dreamers. They're going to war, so we can have peace. Her voice hardened. We're not going to waste their sacrifice. The Endeavor reached Earth in 4 months. Stone pushed the engines beyond safe limits, beyond design specifications. They held, because human engineering is built on hope and overconfidence. She transmitted everything before they even entered orbit. The data dump, the warnings, the timeline. Earth erupted. Not in panic, in preparation. The United Earth Council met in emergency session. Every nation, every faction, every human with a voice. Admiral Chen addressed them. For 40,000 years, the galaxy has been hiding from us, afraid of us, hoping we'd never leave our cradle. She paused. Well, we left, and now they want to eliminate the threat. She pulled up the Archon Collective's battle plan. Murmurs of fear rippled through the chamber. This fleet could sterilize our planet in hours. Our defenses are primitive compared to theirs. Our weapons outdated. We cannot win a conventional war. Silence. Then she smiled. So, we won't fight a conventional war. The screen changed, showing the alien technology, the data from the Prometheus. They think they know us. They've studied us for millennia. They have predictions, models, probabilities. Every single one assumes we'll fight like they do, follow their rules, their logic, their strategies. Admiral Chen's voice turned cold. They're about to learn their most important lesson about humanity. We don't play by rules we didn't agree to. The operation was called Trojan Horse, appropriate. Humanity spent 6 months doing something impossible. They built ships, thousands of them, using the alien data, but not copying it, improving it, weaponizing it in ways the aliens never imagined. Because humans don't just reverse engineer, they weaponize everything. Music became sonic disruptors, art became psychological warfare, stories became viral memes designed to spread through galactic networks. And the ships were beautiful, covered in paintings, messages, images of Earth. They want to know what they're destroying. We're going to show them, the lead designer said. Every ship became a gallery, a museum, a message. This is what you're killing. This is what you fear. The Archon Collective's fleet arrived on schedule. 3,000 warships, the largest armada ever assembled. They entered the Sol system expecting resistance. What they found was humanity, not hiding behind Earth, not cowering in bunkers. Humanity met them in open space. 5,000 ships, all broadcasting on every frequency. Not threats, not demands, stories. This is Captain Maria Santos of the UES Hope. I'm a mother of 3. I teach zoo biology at Luna University. I've spent my life hoping to meet you. This is Engineer David Kim of the UES Perseverance. My grandmother survived the Jakarta incident. She taught me that survival isn't enough. We have to live. This is Dr. Amara Okonkwo of the UES Defiance. I'm a geneticist. I've studied your biology from the Prometheus data. We're not that different. We could have been friends. Thousands of voices, thousands of stories, all human, all real. The Archon Collective's fleet slowed, confused. What is this? Fleet Commander Sareth demanded.
His tactical officer looked ill. They're introducing themselves. Why? I don't know. But the message was working. On every collective ship, crew members listened, heard the voices, saw the images. Earth, blue and green, beautiful. Cities, art, children, life. This is what you're about to destroy. the broadcast said. Not enemies, people. We know you're afraid. We understand. We're afraid too. But fear doesn't have to mean death. Admiral Chen's voice cut through. Archon Collective Fleet, this is United Earth Command. We know why you're here. We won't pretend otherwise. You fear we'll do to you what we did at Epsilon 9, unite you, change you, break your systems. You're right to fear that. Sareth tensed. Because we will. Not through conquest, not through force, through the simple act of being who we are. You can destroy Earth, kill every human here. We won't stop you, can't stop you. But the Prometheus crew is still out there, building, growing, teaching, and every species they touch will ask the same question. Why are we afraid of this? Chen paused. So here's our offer. Stand down, talk to us, learn about us, judge for yourselves. Or fire, complete your mission, sterilize Earth. But know this, Sarah Martinez died to warn us. The Prometheus colony will die buying us time. 17 species will become extinct defending us, because we made them care. If you fire, you prove we're dangerous. If you retreat, you prove we're right. Either way, the galaxy changes today. Silence across 3,000 ships. Sareth stared at the human fleet, at the messages, at the faces. His tactical officer whispered, "Sir, we're receiving communications from our own ships, crew members requesting clarification on the mission." Clarification? They want to know if there are alternatives to extinction. Sareth felt something cold in his gut. It was happening. The infection. The humans had been talking for less than an hour, and his crews were already questioning. "All ships," he ordered, "prepare to—" He stopped. Couldn't say it. Couldn't give the order. Because he'd listened too. Heard the stories. Seen the faces. And somewhere in his ancient, calculated mind, a question formed. What if they're right? Sareth made a choice. "All ships, hold position." "Sir?" "I said hold." He opened a channel to Earth. "Admiral Chen, we will talk, but understand this doesn't mean—" "It means everything," Chen interrupted. "It means you chose to see us as people. That's all we ever wanted." The fleet held. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Negotiations, discussions, arguments. Humans and aliens face to face. And slowly, inevitably, something shifted. The collective members who spent time with human negotiators found themselves liking them, laughing at their jokes, sharing meals, exchanging ideas. The infection spread, not through deception, through genuine connection. 6 months later, the collective fleet withdrew, not in defeat, in confusion. They'd come to destroy a threat. They left with questions and friends and the terrifying realization that the warnings were right. Humans were dangerous, just not in the way anyone expected. The Prometheus colony received the news 3 months later. Director Chen stood on the observation deck, watching the celebration. 17 species, humans, together. They'd built their own ships, prepared for their own last stand, ready to die buying Earth time. They didn't have to. Earth had won without firing a shot. Thess approached. "Your people did it. They did what humans do. They talked. They connected. The collective is retreating, reassessing. For now." Chen smiled. "They'll be back, with more questions, more concerns, and more curiosity." Thess's mandibles clicked in what might have been a laugh. "You're right. We can't help ourselves now. We want to know more, understand more. We're infectious. Dangerously so." They stood together, looking at the stars. What happens now? Thess asked. Chen pulled up a display. Earth, ships spreading outward, humanity, exploring. Now we do what we've always done. We reach out, we explore, we make friends, we change the galaxy. The collective won't accept that easily. No, but they can't stop it anymore. The secret's out. Humanity exists. We're here. We're not going anywhere. Chen looked at Thess. And we're not alone anymore. Back on Earth, the warning label was discovered. Not through alien transmission, through human hackers breaking into the collective's networks. The files were made public, broadcast across every human channel. Species, Homo sapiens. Status, critical quarantine. Threat level, extreme. People read it, laughed, and wore it like a badge of honor. Because that's what humans do. They take the labels meant to diminish them and make them strength. The galaxy had a warning label for Earth. Humanity never knew it existed. Now they did, and they decided to live up to it. Not through violence, not through conquest, through the most dangerous weapon humanity ever possessed. The ability to make anyone care. The ability to turn strangers into family. The ability to look at the vast, cold universe and say, "We belong here too." Admiral Chen watched the ships spread out, carrying humans to the stars. Each one a message, each one a promise. We're here, we're human, and we're going to make you love us, whether you want to or not. Humanity actual, not a myth, not a legend, the real thing.